Hi, I'm Dana and welcome to another body doubling video. I'm gonna be changing my bed because it really needs to be changed. I'm gonna lie to you, I've had a little drink, so deal with that. Yeah, I'm just, as always, you can do whatever the fuck you want while I do this. I'm gonna be chatting shit in the background. If you've got something you've been getting round to, now would probably be a good time to get round to it because we can do it together while I do this. But you don't have to, I care about you, but I don't actually care what you do, you know? So this is going to be a little bit of a rant, to be honest with you, because I've had a horrible fucking couple of days. I'm not saying I'm like turning into alcohol, but like I feel like having a little drinky drink every now and again because you want to have a fun time after it's been horrible and to lift your spirits a bit is a very typically British thing to do. And I'm not saying it's not alcoholic culture, but I am saying that I feel valid in it. I don't feel like I do it often enough to have an issue, you know? So we live. But yeah, yesterday I went to view my house because I'm meant to be moving next Friday. That was the plan. I had my friend with the van booked ready to drive up here and stay in a hotel and fucking drive me to Yorkshire with my cat and all of my stuff. So I went to view the house. And when I got there, the person that was going to be showing me around was stood in the doorway saying, this isn't going to be able to be let out to anybody, it's in a right state. And I was like, oh, that's fucking great, isn't it? God, I need to look up the dates. They have sent me an apology, to be fair. And like, I'm not gonna like out the agency, like I do want the house. I'm not going to like have an issue with them, you know? But I was told it was like having a full clean and contractors out and like very clearly nothing had been done. And I'll give like, again, like the lady that was showing me around was lovely and she was clearly like very surprised that it hadn't been done. Like I don't know, there's some sort of fucking issue that it's not to do with me and can't really be helped. So she did let me go in and have a little gander. I had to like twist her arm to let me because I was like, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I've come all the way from Liverpool for this. So she did let me go in to have a little look because she also didn't realise that I hadn't already viewed it because she was like, this is your second viewing, isn't it? I was like, yeah, because the tenants were still here last time and didn't let us in. Like the chain was still on the door. I couldn't go in to view it. So I've come a second time to get to actually see the inside. And you're telling me that you can't let me see it. So she did let me go in and have a wee look around. And given that I'm letting from a proper agency and a proper landlord, I am like, well, that's gonna have to be sorted into, like, I'm not moving into it like that. I don't know which fucking way around this sheet's meant to go. Like, it's definitely not move-in ready whatsoever, you know? Which side's longer? But it's also like, okay, that side's like a little bit longer than I am wingspan. So's that side. I think is this a fucking square? I'm just gonna do it this way and hope for the best. I don't know what I know I was talking about the house and the experience, but I don't know what part I was up to. So I convinced her to let me go in and have a look around while she was taking like pictures to send off to be like, this isn't acceptable, is it? And again, she was lovely. Like I'm annoyed because I had it all planned and I want to fucking move. And it's really, really annoying that I just can't. And actually, I think it is the other way. Like, I am annoyed, but I'm also annoyed at the situation than any, like, actual person, you know? Like, it just sucks to be me right now. So, like, it needs stuff done, you know? Like, it needs a new floor downstairs. It needs a new bathroom. Like, the bathtub and the sink are fucked. The tiles are, like, kind of fucked. There's a little bit of mould up at the top. But it also, from like the vibe of just like, I don't want to talk shit about it, but like the overall vibe of the house, I think whoever lived there just didn't take very good care of it for whatever reason. So I feel like just opening windows, cleaning the tiles, like once they've been replaced and fixed, and it'll be fine. Like I don't feel like it's a mouldy property, it just hasn't been very well cared for, you know? And it is such a great size. I was really scared with it being a one bed with like, that's just in the other room with the boxes, with it being a kitchen and living room downstairs and then a bedroom and bathroom upstairs. I was quite concerned it'd be tiny, and I was just gonna like fucking adjust and deal with it if it was like. But it's a fantastic size. It's perfect. It'd be so lovely to live in once it's actually done. And I do think, like, obviously when I'm going to like house viewings and things, I try to like dress the part a little bit and look like someone that you'd want to rent a house to. Which, to be fair, I am. I'm quite like a clean and tidy person. I don't make too much noise. I don't really get up to anything. Like, I am a good person to rent to, but I especially want to like look it visibly to whoever's like making decisions about me, you know? And I think I might actually do it quite well. Because she seemed to think that I would think it was like an absolute shithole, like beyond repair. I can't possibly take it after seeing it like this. And it's one of them where like, I know people that live in houses that are just like that. It's literally exactly like that, but with furniture. Like, it's not all that shocking or worrisome to me, you know? Like, if it was some sort of like mate's place that they're gonna let me let or whatever, I would be like, I'll move in, I'll fix this stuff up myself. It's not the bathroom, they would need to do a new bathroom, but the rest of it I'll just sort it myself. Like, none of it's that big a deal. But with it being a proper landlord and an agency, I just have to let them take their time. But I have also already been waiting quite a long fucking time, you know? Like, they are... My neighbour asked, are they taking the piss with you? And I was like, I don't know, to be honest with you. And it would be nice to just be able to say no, wouldn't it? My memory ran out, so we're doing a webcam video like the days of old. Welcome. But yeah, I really desperately want to fucking leave this place. I want to move. I want my own nice little place that I can make all cosy and sweet and just comfy and lovely. And it'll all be so nice. And I just can't quite fucking get there. There's a giant Otis. But yeah, that's the shit part. That's the bollocks bullcrap fucking cunting wanking bollocksy bit that I really hated and didn't enjoy at all. But the upside is that, like I said, it's a really good size. It's got really deep windowsills where I could definitely like perch and sit with a book and a cuppa and look out over the Yorkshire hills. I didn't think I'd be able to see the hills from my windows because of like just like the positioning of the house versus the hills, but I actually can see them from the upstairs window and I fucking love that. Like, and the kitchen is stunning. It would be so nice to be able to make like cooking and food videos in that kitchen. It's such a nice kitchen. I really hope they don't change a single thing about the kitchen. It's lovely. And like, with the way that it's positioned, with it being like I struggled with this before, being the living room and kitchen downstairs and the bedroom and bathroom upstairs, it means that I've got like a good sized kitchen, a fairly like, I don't want to say like small, because like it's definitely not tiny, it's not a bad sized living room, but it is like with my couch and the things that I have, it will be quite like closed and contained, and I think it'll be like a really cozy warm space for me. And then the bedroom can be a lot more airy and open, and it'll be like, I think it'll actually be really fucking positive for me and my mental health and the way that I process and the way that I am as a person, to have separate spaces that can have a separate vibe. Because right now I just have my bedroom that is quite contained and cozy, which is mostly what I want, but every now and again it's not what I want at all. And downstairs is just not a comfortable space whatsoever because of like the way it was when I moved in and the fact that I haven't bothered with it since my housemate moved out. So it's just sat there, and it's just like, honestly, when I think about it, it's quite a depressing space to live in, and that's why I just spend most of my time in my bedroom. I was going for walks in the park, and then I started hearing about the kids firing fireworks at people, and then I started noticing that a lot of the shadows that I see out the corner of my eye that I write off as me being weird are actually people in dark clothes hanging out in the bushes doing I don't know what. So I started to feel a bit uncomfortable with that, and I've stopped going there. So it was also really nice to get to go to Yorkshire and have a little wander about and a walk around and see their hills and their trees and their nature. It is a beautiful place. Like, my surroundings there and just like the natural world around me will be absolutely stunning. And I went into some like, I got there like 2 hours earlier than I needed to be there for my viewing to make sure that I could have like a little nose around the town. And less than a mile from my, what will like, still hoping, fucking fingers crossed, I'm pretty sure it will be my house, is just under a mile away from like a little artsy area where there's a whole bunch of independent art shops that sell like yarn and their own independent art and art supplies, like a really cool art supply shop, and a really lovely little like coffee shop where I got a tea and a cake for £6.50, which is like an absolute bargain these days. And it was lovely as well, and obviously it was vegan. And I got 3 cups of tea out of the pot that they brought over for me, so I was absolutely chuffed with that. It was lovely. I really enjoyed myself there. And it's also, when I go to the places that are currently around me, I stick out like a sore thumb. I really, like, people stare at me, and every therapist I've had has loved being like, no they don't, that's just you being like self-conscious and you being this. But like, I've gone to different places and seen the way that like different general publics like react to me, you know? And in the area that I'm in, they very genuinely do look me up and down and like stare at me, because there's a very like specific way people dress here and a way people look. And like, obviously not everyone, I am generalising to a degree, there are like alternative people and goths and whatever else, but they're also getting eyed fucking up and down by the rest of them, you know? Whereas in this like little artsy arcade area I was in like a fairly brightly coloured shirt and my little coat, and like I wear colours, I like colours, okay? I'm not saying I'm like the most like brightly dressed person out there, but I like a good colour. And it's not just me. Like, when I go out here, I'm the only person that is wearing like bright colours of any sort. Like, not, again, obviously I'm generalising, it does happen sometimes, but when it does happen I have the little moment of like eye contact of like, oh hello, you too, and like we nod to each other even though we don't know each other because we're wearing colour in a place where there isn't any. And it's so nice to be in a place where people are wearing colours, people are wearing fun things, people look different to each other, you know? Like, I just, oh, it's like being in a different world, and it's so much more pleasant. I also, it's kind of depressing at this point, but I picked up a load of flyers for various upcoming like events that are coming up that I could have gone to if my move was on Friday like it was supposed to be. I'm not going to be able to go to them now. I mean, I know realistically I could get the train, but that makes me really fucking anxious, and I doubt I could go to an event and actually speak to people after getting the train an hour there and an hour back. And also it's 50 quid each way. I've paid 100 quid to like the woman told me like 3 times that she couldn't let me see the house, and I just was like, I wasn't intentionally convincing her, I just didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to be rude to her, but I was also like, I've come all this way to see this house, I want to see it please, you know? And I tried to just make sure I was being friendly and not like, you know, I don't want to like spook the lady, like she knows that I'm annoyed, there's no need for me to like be anyway to her. So I was like making sure I was still friendly. But like she told me she could get in trouble, and she was like when she let me in she was like, oh my head be it, and I was like, I'm not gonna get you into trouble, I promise. And like, it would have had to be really fucking bad for me to be like, no, I'm pulling out, you know? Like, the things that are there are fixable. It's not like structural, like the house is fucked, like I said. Like, it can all be fixed, it can all be fine. None of it's that big a deal, but it also should have been fucking done already. And it's really annoying that it's not. Ugh. I'm so sick of doing this, and my arms hurt, my shoulders ache. I don't want to be doing this anymore. I'm also like half packed when like it's going to be at least another couple of weeks. I reckon it's going to be a month. I reckon it's going to be like December 9th or something that I finally actually move. I suppose I'll get to go to some Christmas stuff and see some Christmas lights. I do want to go to, I don't know how to fucking pronounce anywhere in Yorkshire yet, and it's quite embarrassing when I am there and I have to be like, this place on my phone, how do I go there? And it's just some village like up the road, and they just say it like it's nothing. I'm like, I don't know how to fucking say that, Jesus Christ. So I think it's Haworth. It's quite abrupt, isn't it? Like, that's the thing sometimes as well, is that I don't know if it's a pronunciation. I looked at the wrong camera then, sorry. But I don't know if it's a pronunciation, like, in regards to the way that the town is pronounced, or in regards to the Yorkshire accent. So I also don't want anyone to think I'm taking piss out of the way that they specifically say it when I'm just trying to say the fucking place. But I think it's Haworth. But I want to go there before, like, the Christmas stuff dies off. You know, like, while it's still, like, Christmassy and, like, like, villages and towns in Yorkshire already just excite me. I just like them a lot. Just as is. And especially when there's like Christmas lights, so you can get like a mulled wine or a hot chocolate. Oh, I love it. I hate, why didn't I turn this inside out? I know that would have helped me. I do it to myself. Oh, I'm losing that one. Okay, we've done it. Oh my Christ. I haven't done a proper webcam video for like this long since I was literally like 12 years old. That's a lie. I was doing that well until like, I think I was like 17 when I got an iPhone and started using that instead of the fucking webcam because it was all I had. I forgot about that, to be fair. I wasn't intentionally lying to you. I really forgot that. That was how long it took me to like own a phone with a camera that worked properly. I had a lot of phones that like had a camera, but if you filmed for more than like 6 seconds, it'd just stop. Oh, I don't want to have to do this part. Oh, my phone's buzzing at me. I've still got half an hour before it's time to watch TV with my friends. Oh, we're getting near the end of Happy Valley now, and I love Catherine Kaywood so much. Oh, I'm going to be sad to not be watching her anymore. But we'll find new people, we'll have new characters in new shows. I'm so at the end of myself for doing this now. I want this to be done so badly. I've still got to get it all tucked in right and have it be like just the way it's supposed to be, because otherwise I can't live with it. So that's exhausting. I'm sick of myself. I'm so sick of being me. I don't want to exist as myself. Can someone else give me a go at them? Can we swap for it? Can we Freaky Friday? Does anyone want to be my Jamie Lee Curtis? I've already spent like a month to 6 weeks. It's been a fucking while. Feeling like everything's like just at the end of my fingertips. I'm right about to get what I want. It's going to be okay. And I'm just still there. I'm just told to wait, and I can't do anything else. And it's realistically fine, but it's also really fucking not, and it's massively boosted my anxiety. But another upside, I do have upsides to like everything at the minute, luckily. That's my coping thing, is having like at least something to grasp onto. Somebody that watches my videos is going to see Adamant at the Philharmonic and had a spare ticket and messaged me about it because they've seen my videos and wanted to know if I want to go and see it. I'm looking at the wrong fucking camera, I'm sorry, but they asked me if I want to go and see Adamant, and I was like, yeah, I fucking want to go and see Adamant. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm not like the #1 Adamant fan. Like, I don't know Adamant the way that I know like David Bowie, you know, or the Foo Fighters, but Strip and Don't Drink, Don't Smoke, Goody Two Shoes, and there's another one that I'm blanking on, but I had 3 like songs that I at least 2 of them are Ashes to Ashes, okay, like I'm sure. And obviously the poster is like the first thing that Alex sees in the 80s, and it ties into my special interest perfectly, where I'm just like, oh, I'm frothing at the fucking mouth. I'm so excited for that. And I'm gonna they asked if I wanted to meet like right before the doors and just go straight in or go for a drink, and both because like I like to have fun, and because it's obviously like real fucking nice of them to have thought of me and reached out to me to get the ticket. I was like, yeah, let's go for a drink first. So I intend to obviously like buy them a drink and be like, oh, thank you for this, and just make a friend, have a nice night, you know. And it's really just nice to have the opportunity to do so, and I'm really glad they reached out. And I think a lot of the time doing this type of content and having like a very strong online community, like as much as I appreciate it, it doesn't often leak over into my real life like that. So I'm really excited to actually get to like meet someone and hang out and have a nice night. And it's obviously I'm also very fucking excited to get to see Adamant. And I also feel like there's now a level of fate to the fact that the other day I talked myself into thrifting 3, 4, 5, a whole fucking ton actually, quite a few really vintage 80s dresses, and one of them's like black. Oh, almost went then. One of them's black with like shiny gold stripes, and it's just the perfect thing to wear. And I'm gonna have to unpack one of my like vacuum bags, because I bought on eBay a while ago one of those like New Romantics jackets that have like the weird peplum thing, but not in the noughties way, like in the like proper, it's so 80s, it's so something Shaz would have worn. I'm gonna wear that with my proper little vintage 80s dress, a little pair of tights and my boots. And I'm gonna do makeup. I'm gonna do some like Adamant inspired makeup. It's gonna be so fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and Oh, I really needed something fun and nice to grasp onto. It's just been the perfect thing to be. At least I've got that. I can look forward to that. Like, I really am gonna have to resist being weird and overly thanking them, because it's just, oh, it's just perfect timing of exactly what I needed. Oh, thank God. The last little corner. Oh, we're done. Oh, I didn't enjoy that. I've done it though, and I hope you did something too. So if you didn't, I don't. It's just, I do want to encourage the people that do things along. I don't mean to shame anyone that isn't. You can do what you want. I don't mind. I do feel a bit better for that rant, but I'm still stuck in the same situation whether I rant about it or not. I just have to wait, and it fucking sucks. I'm so sick of waiting. I don't want to wait anymore. I want to move to my house in Yorkshire on Friday. That was my fucking plan. That was what was meant to be happening to me, and it's not. I do think though that for like the size and like the interior, the inside, the way the house is, or at least the way it will be once it's fixed, obviously, and the location, and just once it's done, I think it'll be like really, really, really worth it, and I'll be really happy that I waited and everything. Just doing the waiting is shit. So that's the end. That's where we're finishing up. As always, like and subscribe if you fancy it. Do what you want. You can follow me here. You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok. You can also find me on Ko-fi or Patreon. And whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year. And I will see you again in a couple of days.